AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey guys, welcome back to the Your Supergirl podcast here at AfterBuzz TV. We are already on episode 15. It's going so fast. I know.
So crazy to think about that.
It is. So this one is called Solitude. So I'm one of your hosts, JJ Jurgens, and I'm joined here tonight by these two beauties.
Yes, hi, I'm Stephanie Wenger.
Hey everyone, Nicole Brajer. Good to be back at AfterBuzz TV. Supergirl. Sorry I missed you guys.
Yeah, we both missed you last week, so very happy to be here this week.
Absolutely.
And a good one to talk about. Let's start out by talking about the villain this episode. So the interesting thing about this is that this character, or this actress, Laura Vandervoort, also played Kara in Smallville. So here she was Supergirl once before, and now she's playing a role where she's fighting against Supergirl. So that's pretty fun.
That's really interesting.
It's a fun fact.
Yeah, there's a lot of articles out there if you guys want to check them out of just her kind of talking about that and how fun it was to be on both sides of this now and how honored she was to be back in this story.
I would imagine that's such a mind trip, though, as an actress, to be like, wait, I got into, like, embodying this one character, and now I'm fighting that character. Like, I can't only imagine how crazy that would be.
But exciting at the same time, right? To spread yourself out where you're doing the same series, if you will, but you get to play different parts. Like, not many actresses can probably say that they've done that. So I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, totally. Me too. Yeah. They also, E! showed a scene, you can see the transformation of her makeup, because I thought her makeup was amazing, and I just really enjoyed the look of this villain. So if you guys want to check that out, that's out there too to take a look at. That was
incredible. Yeah, I saw that as well.
Yeah.
It was so interesting to see, because it's one of those things where you just looks incredible on screen, and how they do it is just a fun little like behind the scenes look.
Said it took about 3 to 4 hours
to
do.
do.
Yeah.
And then having to keep it on and keep applying when it comes off, especially with all the blue.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm predicting ahead, and we're like just started the episode, but I feel like we're gonna see her a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Than just this episode. So I'm truly excited.
Yeah, they said that she was signed on for a multi-episode arc. So yeah,
exciting for her.
Yeah, and I'm excited about that too, because I think we had kind of talked about how sometimes there had been a little bit of a pattern on the show where you're kind of getting used to like the one villain that's on for the episode and then done. So I'm looking forward to one that will go on for a few episodes and we get to see more of, just to keep it interesting.
I think it'll be interesting to see how they like make that happen, because we have had that. Okay, how does Kara and Supergirl survive at the end of every episode? It's kind of been like problem solved for the most part.
Yeah.
And this will be something that continues on, and this seems like not only terrorizing like one group, but terrorizing the entire city on such a large level.
Right.
So
It seems like she's really obsessed with that too. Not, to get everybody out, like wipe out every human. It's not just like you said, a small group. But now I'm concerned about seeing her and non-partner up. But I did enjoy that scene with them this episode of her getting, being a little sassy and sexy. And I'm wondering, well, what happened between the two of them?
Right? Yeah, I want to know more about that too, because I'm like, that's interesting that they had a little fling or affair, whatever they had going on, or together. Yeah.
He seems to be the one that like kind of like owned her, and then she broke free, but now he's gonna be getting her back like underneath his wing a little bit more. So I'm pumped to see how that plays out.
And interesting, what did you guys think about the little nugget that we got about how she was the one who put Kara's pod on track to Earth?
It made sense why we opened up with that flashback.
Yeah.
The whole episode I was like, all right, what was the point of that? But then it was revealed at the end. So it surprised me, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how if that changes Supergirl and Kara's perspective on her at all, or if she continues to kind of fight at the same level, or how that affects their relationship. Because I would imagine, like, Kara at least really enjoys her life outside of Supergirl, and this evil character essentially gave her the ability to have Kara and in her life. So it's interesting. That'll be an interesting play.
like 2 girls are going after her right now. We're so used to all these like alien men coming after her, so it's nice that there's like the new assistant and now this evil villain kind of playing both roles, since Maxwell Lord is MIA, and you know what I mean? So I like that it's a bunch of girls trying to get rid of Supergirl as opposed to a bunch of dudes.
Let's talk about the new assistant some more. So what do you guys feel about her and her bold little smoochie there on Winn? You like the love? Let's hear about the love.
I know. I love the love. But that was one of those moments where it just felt so awkward. I was like, you're in the office. Like, there's not really any... They're opening up to each other, I guess, but it didn't feel like it was like a really warranted moment. It was really like she was pouncing on him in so many ways.
Well, she got denied from James, so she was looking for the next best thing. No, but I feel like her intentions with Winn are going to play out where she uses him for something evil eventually.
That makes me so sad.
Yeah. I feel so bad, but I mean... I don't think she knows yet of Winn's like intelligence and like what Winn's capable of doing in regards to like the computer system. But I feel like, being that we do know that she will become evil eventually, that he'll be used like and manipulated in whatever scheme she has going on.
I wonder if she'll essentially also put him against Kara, if he'll allow that to happen. Like if she'll try to get him on her team in the office or in the superhero world that we know she's a part of.
It'll be fun to see.
Should we talk about that?
Sure.
About
good.
Her being the Silver Banshee.
Yeah.
And I'm just reading an article from Bustle, which I really like. The girls who write these articles are pretty awesome. So shout out to the writers on Bustle. But she tweeted a picture about a week ago. Yeah, it seems about a week ago, and she wrote what a doll, and it's basically a picture of what she's going to become, which is the Silver Banshee. And her father, who we got to know tonight, is the Black Banshee.
Yeah. It's interesting, like her outfit and the way she looks. It's another like testament to the hair and makeup team on this. It's worth checking out for sure. Yeah. And I'm excited to see where this character goes. I love Italia Ricci from she did I'm just totally blanking on it. A show on ABC Family, and incredible on that, Chasing Life, and it's so much fun to see her in this different light.
Yeah, sassy and kind of like a Cat Grant mini-me.
Oh,
sure.
Definitely.
Didn't they say that on the show? Her little mini-me or something?
She wants to be like the new Cat.
Yeah, she definitely has that same sass and attitude.
Yeah. There's more to her, though, obviously. We just pointed out, but like I'm just wondering how it's going to play out, because it's kind of like Maxwell Lord to me. Like you could see like a side that you want to like, but you have to understand like deep down it's purely evil.
Good.
Oh, I was just going to say, that was part of what I kind of got from her backstory tonight, was I always love with these characters figuring out why they're acting the way they're acting. And you start to see, like, with her story about her father, why there was...
daddy issues.
Yeah, there's something going on that at a deeper level with her, why she might not be the nicest. And you start to have sympathy, or at least I did tonight for her.
Interesting with these writers, again, I think they always do a good job of pulling in current topics and things that are really, really out there. So it was interesting that they chose the Ashley Madison, hacking thing to have this be, to set this storyline up. I thought that was interesting.
I agree. They've done it several times because they did the Sony hack as well. It's been interesting to see how they use kind of current events and tie it into this superhero world.
I love it. They said something about like the internet tonight, and it got me thinking as well. It's like how it's pretty much taken over every big, like even just like media outlet, as the three of us know, being that we all work in media, just how big the internet has become for us sharing stories, gathering our information, this and that. So yeah, I definitely agree.
I think it's like paramount to everything right now in media. Just as a side note, like you are always kind of coming back to what's online and how to tell your story in a multi-dimensional way, multimedia.
How did you feel about that? Her character was pretty much the super computer, that she had those abilities to,
Yeah, and I like that they made it a little bit more like modern, and I love that he Winn, like towards the end when he broke her apart was like, he said something about Microsoft.
I wrote this one, yeah.
It was funny.
When he says, I just fed you a, I just fed you a major helping of malware. Bon appetit.
Yeah, right? Which, like,
Bon
literally
appetit.
is happening to my MacBook as I speak.
Yeah.
There's, like, a bunch of viruses on it. But yeah, I thought that it was awesome. It was unexpected. You know, it made me like way more engaged than from the last episode. You know, I don't know. There's something about the woman villains in this series, or you know, that I'm more attracted to. I think it's just more exciting because we're not used to it. And the fact that they're putting them on screen and getting us to remember these girls from even like the DC comic days, it's really cool. It's nice to bring them back into the limelight, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think they've all been super strong.
Yeah.
You know? I like also that this storyline let us see, have more interaction with Winn. I liked having him be the one to like be trying to hack this, and you know,
I agree. They've kind of added elements. Like, he was kind of the lovesick, like, boy in the office at the beginning of the series, and now you're kind of seeing that he's a professional, really skilled. He's this multi-dimensional character now, and it's taken, you know, I guess we're on episode 15, so 14, 15 episodes to get there, but you're really starting to see him grow and understand where he's from and what's going on with him, and it's going to be interesting to see with Atalia Ricci's character what happens between the two of them, if that kiss stays secretive. But it did happen, if I'm not wrong, in the middle of the office.
yeah, it did.
Yeah. She pushed him in the elevator, and that got me going. I was like, yes, I love a good elevator. I was like, bring the cameras in there. Let me see more. Jake Ross on YouTube, if you guys want to talk to us, please talk to us in our YouTube chat. I am following it right now, but he says that Silver Banshee and Livewire will be in the Supergirl Flash crossover in the end of March. So that's really exciting for me. Somebody did tweet a picture too, or Instagram, I forget what it was, not too long ago, of the Flash and Supergirl together on set, and you know, you're a Gleek.
Yeah.
It got me really happy.
So excited for that.
It's really great.
That's like an episode that I think everyone's so excited about, but I certainly am.
Yeah, I can. This is going to be a great month. I think there's good episodes here. Let's go on and talk a little bit about James and Lucy and Kara. Little heartbreak
God,
tonight.
I loved it.
I mean,
finally, honestly, a weight lifted off my shoulders. Like, thank you. And it's funny that I never predicted that Lucy would be the one to discover it. I feel like we've talked about it, but I don't know. Did we all? No, I don't know. I don't remember. But I'm glad that made me respect Lucy a little bit more, you know?
Yes.
Kind of, I've hated on her sometimes, but the fact that her brilliant mind saw the light, I was like, good, now let them be together.
Yeah, I just feel like it was time. It's time for this story to move forward and
dragging out.
And I want James and Kara to like come to some realization, and I liked that Lucy was forcing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree too. I loved it. I mean, I guess part of me kind of wanted because now I feel like, I mean, I liked the way it happened. Part of me wanted it to be James making the decision, like that he couldn't live without her, you know?
Right, a dramatic,
exactly.
Like,
the sappy girl thing.
Of your heart out. Of course. Like, I think there's a part of all of us that want that, but...
Yeah, because you kind of don't want it, because I got dumped by somebody, you're right. But the way they wrote it and wrote the scene, like I liked it even better, because I like the fact that you could see on her face that she was hurt so deeply that she didn't know anything about the camera, and she didn't know anything about his dad, and that, you know, and that's all she has wanted, was for him to be open to her and talk with her.
And I felt like Kara was just trying to be so like earnestly like sweet. It wasn't anything she wasn't evil in trying to tell her that.
I don't think Lucy or Kara, even realized what Lucy meant by that comment. Like, no, thank you, said, because she was just like, you're welcome. You know?
Yeah, she's like, I hope it works. She didn't.
And it's gonna be really interesting. I assume that eventually Lucy will figure out that Kara is Supergirl. I assume that's coming.
I don't know now that.
I could see her figuring it out if she's still in episodes to come, and maybe we go back to her father, you know, and like they have to see government officials or something so that she comes about again, and then maybe figures it out.
I think it might be a while, but
Yeah,
maybe not. Who knows?
I don't know. I just think it would
it's
be
dangerous for her to know.
Yeah, that's what, and yeah. I did also like that Kara did come to terms with it before and was telling James, I thought that was very selfless of her to realize that she was kind of, blocking the relationship a little bit in that sense and saying that James could go ahead and tell her the secret so that she didn't start questioning why they had this connection.
I'm just glad that it didn't happen because I was sitting there like, okay, if he tells her right now, then this whole thing's gone to shit. Yeah. I don't know if he had the intention of actually doing it. Do you think he would have done it?
Tell her?
Yeah.
I think he did. I think when he first walked in, I think he was all set to say it. I think that he was excited that he could finally, and then as soon as she derailed it, I think it was gone.
Yeah. I wonder. That makes me wonder about him then. I wrote down that I'm so, every time he brings her these spring rolls or whatever they are, pot stickers. I'm like, stop bringing her pot stickers, man. You keep sending her the wrong message. Right. Any guy that brings me pot stickers.
We could use some pot stickers tonight. We're all a little bit hungry tonight.
Yeah, but no, I'm like, what's with every time you bring the pot stickers, it's just take another step in,
Yeah. He definitely was leaving the door open to something. That's what I kept feeling like with him week after week was he didn't want that door to shut because if it was shut, he would never have the opportunity. He was definitely trying to be oh, I'm with Lucy, but I'm leaving this door open, which is such a shady move on a side note. But I just felt that was 100% what he was doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, and even did that. Let's talk about, so one of the other big things this episode is that we see the Fortress of Solitude, which is huge and so fun to see.
Especially for the fans who have expressed that in the chat that they loved seeing that. And I did too. I didn't know where we were going. I was like, wait a second. Oh. So that was cool. Yeah. That was cool. And I love the little robot. What is that called?
I don't know what that's. You guys can tell us. I don't know what that's called either.
I love it. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of the Oscars yesterday when the Star Wars guys came out and everyone got super excited. Just the little things like that. But yeah, definitely cool to see.
But they were pretty. Again, they go on that together and they have these moments, when it's just the two of them.
And he kept reiterating it all episode, oh, it's just the two of us. I'm in this just with you. And I was like, yes, we understand. But you have a girlfriend.
And they kept saying you're here with me, I'm here with you. You save me, I save you.
Just get it on already.
Do us all a favor. Oh my god. That's funny.
Well, let's start talking about. So Alex couldn't keep a secret anymore. She had to tell Kara the truth. Are you guys glad that she finally told her the truth?
Yeah, we knew that was coming.
I'm so glad. It just was something that was gonna hang over that relationship, and it's gonna be interesting to see kind of how it plays out in more episodes to come. But I was so glad that she had the strength and somebody else didn't reveal it, because I felt like that would be the worst if Hank eventually revealed it or somebody else did. That would be the worst.
I'm sorry, I just got a little distracted by the chat again. Then it got me thinking about something else, about this Legion ring that was shown. Was that at the same time as that we saw the Fortress of Solitude, right? Yeah. And I guess they're saying that ring is what brings the Flash to Earth. How many as the Flash on Earth is there? I don't think.
I don't know. That's interesting. If that's, I don't know enough of the backstory. I feel like.
Yeah, I just want to know. Can you guys just tell us more about the ring? If Tori was here, obviously, he would be able to describe it. Well, what it means that we could Google it while we're talking.
I know. I saw a bunch of people posting that on Twitter too.
About the ring.
Yeah.
I want to know about the ring of amazingness. But to get back on Alex and her revealing it at the end of the episode, I guess that was appropriate for it to happen at the end. I thought it was a really cute moment between the three of them, and it's almost like I can feel in my heart, hopefully, if we get another season, this and that the three of them are going to be our power trio, and Winn and James, I feel like one of them have to go from this team. It can't all be roses and daisies and the five of them working together, kick ass side by side. Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, even if they have issues and then get back together, fine. But I think the new girl will be the reason for that too. The Silver Banshee.
I think that could be a good prediction. Yeah.
Sorry, I jumped ahead.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I like that. I'm glad they finally worked it out by the end, and that she did come through and tell the truth too, because it was tough to see, you know, Kara want to be separate, not want to be with the DEO and do things, you know, on her own, and yeah, just tough to, I think, to see her aggravation towards Hank knowing that he didn't do it.
Absolutely. It was just time to kind of come clean and have whatever happens happen between them, but that it's out there.
This is so basically the ring is what brings other heroes together, right? If I had to like define it, I'm just like looking on Wikipedia, but it's Superman who possesses a flight ring, keeps it in the Fortress of Solitude as a reminder of his time spent in the 31st century. He now wears it, but it can be turned invisible upon mental command. That's pretty cool.
Something to definitely tweet at us about.
Yeah,
let us
look
know,
that up this week and learn more about it. Sure.
Let us know if there's a specific comic or something we should be checking out, because I definitely love to before next week.
Yeah, me too. All right, anything else on this episode, ladies?
It's just Nam, really. I mean, he's scaring whatever's going to be happening with him. I mean, he's the mastermind, right? Just behind all the chaos. So, the ball that he had in his hand, that's the Omegadron, which he was holding tonight. And thank you, Natalie Abrams on Twitter, for informing me about all this. So yeah, I think those are like two really important things that they put in our vision. You know, just visual things to kind of show what will maybe be responsible for what lies ahead. Yeah, or these little gadgets that we really don't know about. And Tori would be like, well, this is like the most amazing thing ever.
Yeah, we'll tweet at Tori too. Tell him he has to tell us some more next week.
It's not the Flash ring, though. Okay, got it, guys, got it. The ring allow a legion of superhero members to fly, says Martin on YouTube.
Interesting.
Pretty cool.
All right.
I'm excited for that. Yeah. Thank you for all your comments. That's been super helpful.
Yeah, and all that in general, guys. We really do appreciate all the time you take to, you know, tweet at us or post things. We love to, you know, learn and hear what you guys have to think about this too. It's fun. It makes it all even more fun for us to just hear what you guys are thinking and how you guys are enjoying this. And
I always love hearing all like the details and the stills of all the comic book things you guys send me on Twitter. It's so much fun.
Dark Bio Cloud says Legion of Heroes is what that ring is about, and it's really cool and it's definitely worth the read. So fine, we'll read it. That way that we know what the heck we're tuning into next week with this ring.
Yeah. Well, actually, we won't be here next week. I think they are off next week, and I think maybe that's why we didn't get a little trailer at the end of this episode tonight. So we will be back in 2 weeks. Well, should we go ahead and do some... you know what? I had one thing for news and gossip.
I'm excited for your news and gossip.
So very small, but there's some rumors out there that there may be a scene at some point where we get all three Supergirls together at once.
Yes.
So we will have
So
we'll have the two from tonight, and then we actually will have Helen Slater as well. So I'm really hoping for that, because what a fun thing that would be.
100% happen.
Yeah.
I just love the idea of that. Like, it's always fun when you kind of have those nods to the audience and to like longtime fans of Supergirl.
And how fun for all three of those women. I mean, to be, you know, just what a great thing.
Yeah. It's definitely a really like a highlight in your career to be able to do things like that. And you know, Warner Brothers is really hitting it out of the park with this series, especially for the fans, and tying another superhero into the mix. And I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. I have good predictions just for Supergirl's future as a series. That's that it won't. It's not the last of it, you know. I feel like it's going to be around for a little bit.
They are starting to do the push for season 2 on Twitter and Instagram, everywhere. So guys, get out there and retweet that as well.
Absolutely.
It helps with all the fans doing that if you wanted to come back next season. Yes. So, all right, now let's try a couple predictions.
And now your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I've said quite a few, I feel.
Yeah, you've dropped a few.
I dropped a few.
Yeah, I think that with you, that Nod's really gonna exploding these next few seasons. Next few episodes. He's really going to start to put his plan into action. So I just think a lot of evilness is coming our way from him.
Yeah, I think tonight's villain, as I mentioned, is going to be a driving force between Winn and Kara. I think ultimately she's out for no good, and she's going to, as you mentioned, befriend Winn, and that's going to drive Kara away and ultimately give James and Kara a real chance at being something.
How long?
I don't know if they have, like, in the world that they live in, I don't feel like they can be together.
I don't think they can be together. I hate to say it long term, but I think they're gonna give it a go here. Maybe not next episode, but in the next.
Just gonna ask. Okay, so you have to predict, when are we gonna see our first kiss between the two of them?
When there's like a threat, like when it's like do or die, and like they think they might die. Like that's what I'm predicting. Like a very scary situation.
I agree. It's gonna be, I hope anyways, a very epic kiss, but in the next 2 to 3 episodes, I would say. I think it's before the finale. Like, I know some fans earlier this season were saying that's going to be finale, and the way this is going to be playing out, I think sooner than that.
Sooner? Okay, you go sooner, I'll go with finale.
Like it.
We'll see.
We've been waiting this long. Yeah. We've come this far.
Yeah.
So, you said...
I said finale.
Then
she said
2 to 3 episodes.
Oh, okay.
So are you going next week?
I don't think it would be the finale. I don't think it would be... Actually, maybe it could. Yeah, maybe it could. Because then it'll leave us all hanging. So I'll go with you. Finale.
All right.
Finale.
Woo. I feel like our bet is really intense in the room.
Everyone here is saying Kara and Winn, though. Would you guys want Kara and Winn to get back? Well, they never were together. To get back on some kind of...
I would love it for them. Like, I've always been a Winn fan, but I just feel like...
I am becoming more and more of a Winn fan.
I mean,
I know.
I've always been, like, I felt bad for him at the beginning of the series. I've always been a Winn fan, but I just feel like with the tides the way they're going, it feels like before we have an opportunity for Winn, there's going to be at least a moment of James or a conversation with James that happens before we can turn it to Winn. I think that might be a season 2 situation.
I'm totally with you. In the beginning, I was all James. I wanted her to be with James. And then, Winn's just won me over. And I think he's more of that guy. Yeah.
He's kicking ass. Yeah. So, who knows? Maybe it'll grow on. It's so funny. It's like men and women, right? Like when we get what we want, then we get bored or something. And I feel like maybe then if Kara sees attention on Winn from another girl, maybe that'll make Kara be like, I don't know.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see if his relationship does grow, if she does get jealous with that or not.
Interesting.
So much fun. I don't know.
It's the love square. There's nothing.
Yep.
The love square is the best.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching us again tonight. Ladies, one last time, where can everybody follow you at?
You can follow me at Stephanie Wenger on Twitter and Instagram.
You could follow me at Nicole Brajer all over social media.
And I'm at JJ Jurgens on Twitter and jj.jurgens on Instagram. Thank you guys so much. We will see you in 2 weeks. Have a great time, and we'll talk to you on the chats.
Bye.
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 From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.